Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to hip hinge. Now, more often than not, most people don't even know how to hip hinge. They fuck it up and end up hurting their backs when they're deadlifting, for example. You know, if you go to pick something off the floor, the right way we want to do it is hips back, grab it, and bring it back up. Well, what a lot of people do is they just bend and they pick it up like so. So there's two main things that you've got to think about here, and that's pushing the hips back / sitting into your hamstrings, and the other one is just getting a lot of videos and a lot of photos so that you can see feedback as to how the position looks compared to how it feels. Now, when you're deadlifting, it's not meant to feel comfortable, it's not going to hurt you, but it's meant to feel uncomfortable. So when you're hip hinging or learning to do it, expect it to feel very odd, because chances are you haven't been hinging correctly just throughout your general lifestyle. So what I like to do is, the reason why I'm getting here is because I like to go up against the wall. It's a good feedback. So the way we like to deadlift is, or hip hinge, sorry, is as I push my bum back, I want to get it up against the wall. So that's good feedback. So I can come a little bit more forward, and I can hinge back. And this here is roughly around, if I get my scaps back, this is where I'd like to be. I'm loading my hamstrings, I'm sitting into my hamstrings, my shins are almost vertical, even just, I might want to come back a little bit. But what I'm mainly doing is, the wall is giving me feedback for how far I'm pushing my hips back. Remember, like I said before, when you're hinging, you've got to think about push your hips back. So getting up against the wall and recording from side on, give you that ability to hips back. And I'm like, okay, cool, now I'm hinging. You know, I can feel my hamstrings and the wall give me reference. Versus the wrong way to do it, which is just this rounding back position. I'm not touching the wall, I'm just rounding my back. I'm getting here, and then as I lift, and then as I come down, I'm not touching the wall at all. So you can really see as it's back, and I'm going to be putting probably around a 60-50 on my heels compared to the front, like the balls of my feet. I want to be pushing through the whole foot, but you want the weight to be on your posterior, which, you know, the heel's on the posterior, so you want to be using the posterior chain to really leverage the weight up. So what I want you to do, 3 sets, 10 reps, stand up against the wall, or you can have like a stick or something behind you, and you're going to just push your hips back, sit into your hamstrings, and find out what position best works for you. Get a recording. I'm going to hips back, found my spot, hips back. You'll know when you found it because your hamstrings will kick up, because you're pushing your hamstrings here. So, you know, they attach at the back of the knee, they insert at the back of the hip here. So as you're pushing your hips back, you're stretching them. You're causing more distance between the hip and the kneecaps. The hamstring has to stretch, and that will give you a physical or a bit of feedback. Here I feel my hamstrings, here I don't, here I do. And you're just going to practice finding that position. Don't worry about too much else in that video, just focus on really getting your hips back. If you're finding that your upper back's rounded, just pull your scapulars or your shoulder blades to your back pocket. So it's a very small movement, it's just this, and that will just straighten out your back. But 3 sets of 10. If you're struggling with it, send me a video. I do recommend it because I'm sure I can give you feedback on a few things, but give it a go, and before you even go to your deadlift, nail this starting position.